the Secret Service disappeared. I haven't heard from him. So I did talk to somebody who is supposed to be Tina, Grace's mother. She wants certain things to get done prior to, I guess, Grace moving to Colorado. And future stuff moving forward with that, because Grace, I guess, is under a conservatorship.
Okay, you gotta clue me in as to who Grace is.
So Grace is another music artist, and I've been talking to somebody claiming to be her for months, years, and she and me have decided to now date. Of course, we need her family's approval,
Right.
and her family has been giving us a hard time, which created controversy on if I'm even in contact.
Okay.
Now I found out that Tina, Grace's mother, put her under a conservatorship.
Okay.
It's now creating kind of a wall to climb prior.
Okay.
Okay. The Daniel McDougall guy, the Secret Service investigator, had a big issue with that. Tina, Grace's mother, said that it wasn't really the Daniel McDougall guy was a troll and was an impersonator of the real Daniel McDougall investigator.
Okay.
I met up with this guy, Daniel McDougall, in person. He showed me his badge, so he's clearly not an impersonator. But what I find weird is, out of the blue, after the last time I got arrested, I haven't heard from the guy since.
So, how did you meet this girl?
So back in, it would have been 2020, during the COVID pandemic, I was working on a music album.
Okay.
And I wanted to collaborate with her. And she reached out through voicemail.
Okay.
Never once did we meet up.
Okay.
And so, then of course we have been talking ever since. Now I'm being told that it is her, and her mother didn't want video verification because if that gets leaked, anybody can use that.
Right.
Stuff like that, and now it's creating all this controversy on if I'm in contact or not. And the Daniel McDougall guy, it seems clear that he wanted only to be a part in my popularity, because after I exposed him for pretty much I'm doing everything right, stop blaming me, he left off the face of the earth.
Okay. So, what are your legal issues right now?
So, this past Thursday, I went to court. I had a trespass. That got lifted.
Okay.
So I don't have any more court dates for that one. I did plead guilty on, I think it was Tuesday of last week.
Okay.
I did plead guilty to 6 months probation for what was 2 criminal mischief cases.
Okay.
But they moved it down to 1. So they lifted 1, and then they moved it down to 1 criminal mischief, class 2.
So you just got off with probation.
I just got off with probation. I haven't started the probation yet.
Okay.
I am supposed to meet up with a probation officer on the 7th of this, so that's this week.
Okay.
And then I have 2 court dates because I thought this was kind of weird. I have court out of Westminster, out of their Broomfield or whatever, way out there in their courthouse.
Right.
And I have one in Jefferson County on the same day. So I can't be in 2 places at once.
Right.
So I I'm guessing how that's going to work is I'm going to go to one, and I guess go to right after the other down
You could
here.
reschedule that, letting them know that you had already had a prior
Right.
engagement with the
Yeah,
courts.
I don't know how that's going to work. I can call in. I'll probably do that the day
Yeah.
of. If not, I'll just go to both locations. But that is, I mean, this week. And then I'm supposed to, because the probation is only 6 months, I'm supposed to be meeting up every single day, kind of, like checking in with the probation.
Okay.
I did take, like I said, that class 2 criminal mischief in hopes that all the other cases would get lifted. Right? If I take a bullshit case, I'm hoping these other ones, they would go, okay, we can lift those.
Yeah.
And then in 2024, I could like put out my album. 2025, I could be on the road.
Okay.
That's my hope.
So, what's your travel history right now?
My travel history? So,
Well, not so much your travel. I wanted to talk to you the last time to find out, because I saw you in New York. Saw you. Was it Sioux Falls, or did you go through Nebraska?
I did not go through Nebraska, but I did. I don't even know. My grandmother, when she was still alive in like 2018, when I was in high school, I traveled a lot with my grandmother, and we went up through Nebraska. I went on Amtrak one time to Chicago.
What I meant was Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah, I've been up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your travel? Where are you planning on going next?
As of right now, there's really nothing to travel.
Because you're locked into these court issues right now.
What?
Because you're locked into these court issues right now?
Yeah, I'm locked in these court issues. As soon as these court issues get cleared, my hope is, well, Grace, the other artist, and I, for engagement, once we get approved by her mother, Tina, the plan is that we want to go to Disney for an engagement party.
So
my guess is it would be like Florida, and then I would be putting out an album, and then I guess we want to go on a UK tour.
So let me ask you something. Is the girl that you're seeing, her mother doesn't want anything to do with you, or the thing is
she's
old is
overly so this other artist, she's 19, almost 20.
Okay.
I'm 24, almost 25.
Oh. So
Tina,
emancipation?
I think it's more because of the bullshit court cases.
Right.
I think that Tina is overprotective of that, and wants everyone to be safe. I think that's the only thing that is really causing the delay.
Okay. What are your plans for today? What are you out doing today?
So my plans for later today, I now get paid on social media.
Oh, yeah?
And I get paid for my music, so...
I know people were just throwing money at you so you could travel.
Yeah, there's that too. I get spotted in public by fans. People give me random dollar bills, stuff like that. So my plan for today is build up my finance a little bit more for this upcoming month.
Okay.
And that's about it for today. And then, of course, I start this week with all the other court cases.
So do you have to meet up with, you're on probation?
Probation I meet up with on the 7th. Second.
let me give you $1.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, there's really, for this week, it's kind of, you know how the like stock market is. There's
Yeah.
the bull market, which climbs, and then there's the bear market.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I want to say, is going to be the bear market for me, for my finances and my sales. And I want to say next week, I'm going to be in the bull.
Do you have to pay restitution for anything?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So the court says that I do have to pay restitution for it's like $1,000,
Okay.
and I should say my probation, which also costs depending on what the probation officer wants me to do.
Right.
I am being told if the 6 months probation is done and everything is done properly, then it would be on the court. The court would pay for it.
Oh, I see.
So in other words, I'm not quite sure how that would work yet, considering technically if I'm not done with the probation, I still have to pay?
Yeah.
So would I get reimbursed, or how would that work?
I think they would just consider it just
that's
kind of like a
something
time
I'm still trying to
served kind of
figure out.
thing. So, what's up with your hair?
Well, so I had court about 2 weeks ago. So what I found out, I should say this because this will clear up part of it as well. I've been meeting up with a bunch of like college students, if you haven't seen.
Right.
I found out that a lot of these college students are in internships for larger corporations like Sony.
Right.
So the issue with CU, and even though I was getting trolled like crazy at CU, those people in the fraternity, right?
Uh-huh.
They were working hands-on with the CU football team. They were working hands-on with Sony, Fox News, in internships. So, from my understanding, these college students, right? They are in contact with Sony or Columbia Records, who are in contact with Tina and Grace.
Okay.
And that's how kind of I got in contact way back in 2020.
Okay.
The issue is these interns, I feel like, because they're just college students, they get jealous of my popularity
Right.
over theirs because I'm a lot bigger, more popular than they are.
Right.
They get jealous, and so Tina, Grace's mother, talked to one of the interns in CU,
Oh.
Boulder, and I didn't have money for a haircut that day. So one of the interns was like, hey, I'll do it. Showed up, and they decided they were just going to cut my hair for free.
Okay.
Of course, the plan was to do a buzz cut.
Right.
So they brought their buzz cutters and a pair of scissors. It started off with, okay, let's just get some of the bigger chunks out,
Oh.
make it easier for the buzz cut. I said halfway through, okay, stop. Let me take a quick video because I think this look would be fun.
Right.
Of course, it went viral within seconds.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it got to a point to where the intern was kind of like, hey, I like this haircut. It's going viral. Let's leave it here.
Right.
I was like, I got speechless, kind of. They decided they were just going to leave.
Right.
And, of course, Tina, Grace's mother, got pissed off at the intern. And Grace was kind of like, okay, I kind of like the haircut. It's unique and it's going viral. It might become a new trend.
Right.
So everyone kind of had their own opinions. And it just so happened I haven't been able to get a haircut since.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so in other words, it was kind of like, it started off
You have
as
to
like
live
a
with it
joke.
until it grows
or-
out.
Yeah, we were going to do the full buzz cut, and then what I paused halfway through was like, hey, let's take a video,
Right.
and it went viral, and everybody was just like, hey, let's see it.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, in other words, everybody, like I said, got pissed off. Everybody had their own opinions.
Yeah.
I am told that intern is no longer in contact, and I haven't seen him since, so I do believe that he did get in trouble or something.
Right.
But yeah, that's what happened with that.
I'm gonna have to cut you off. I need to get going. But
Alrighty.
good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you too.
Yeah.